Good morning, it's Sam, and this is your Pilates class for this week. This is level 2 and level 3. So we're starting in sitting today, and what we're doing today is I'm going to give you lots of nice hip opening stretches, upper body stretches, and of course we'll be using our core. So make sure you're comfortable on your mats. And we're starting the position. I'm starting cross-legged, but you can sit in any position that is comfortable for you. Okay, so breathing in to prepare. And as we breathe out, we're going to start lifting the shoulders up, stretching the hands up and lowering. And again, shoulders up, stretch, breathe out, lower. And again, shoulders up, lift, lower. And again, shoulders up, stretch, and lower. 2 more, shoulders up, stretch, and lower. 1 more, shoulders up, stretch, and lower. Good. Let's keep this right hand on the floor here, bringing this left hand sideways as you breathe out. And let's do the same. Right hand stays on the floor, left hand stretch sideways. Work with your breathing, warming up, breathing out. And release. And again, breathing out. And release. And 1 more, breathing out. And release. Left hand on the floor, stretch the right hand sideways, breathing out. You can bend that left elbow as you go sideways. So we're doing 5 on this side. 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. We're changing sides again, and this time we're going sideways on the left, and then we are going all the way down towards the floor, finger walk in a semicircle as you come back up, and we're repeating. So breathe out, sideways stretch, take that hand on the floor, finger walk in a nice big semicircle, and return. 3 on this side, down. So feel the stretch in that upper back. 2 more, stretch, rotate. 1 more, stretch, and rotate. Let's do the same on the other side. So left hand stays on the floor. I'm stretching the right across, taking it all the way down. Feel that stretch, and return. Breathing out. Good. 3 more. Stretch, twist, stretch, twist, and 1 more, stretch, twist, and release. Oh, that feels really good. Stretch 1 leg in front of you, keep the opposite knee bent, or even bent like this if that's easier for some of you. It doesn't matter. Stretch forward, stretching your hamstring, and release. And again, let's repeat. Stretch forward, stretch your hamstring, and release. And again, leaning forward, and release. 2 more, leaning forward, and release. Feeling the pull at the back of your leg. 1 more, lean forward, and release. Change legs. So we're not holding the stretch, okay? We're just going into the stretch, and release. Into the stretch, 2, and release. And again, 3. Good. Breathing out as you lean forward, and release. And 1 more, and release. Good work. All right. So we're going to sit with our knees bent slightly apart. From this position, we're going to start twisting from our hips. So we're going to take both knees to one side, and then both knees to the other side. Okay, and let's do a few of these. This is a really nice stretch to open those hips up. Okay, keep going. I'll show you the sideways movement. It would look like that. We're going to one side and then to the other side. You can have the hands on the floor if that is easier. You can lean a little bit back if that is easier, whatever works for you. Or you can be leaning forward. Good. Let's do a few more. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Okay, so choose a position. So I'm going to drop both knees to my left, and I'm going to hold that position. So I'll show you again from that position. We're dropping both knees to one side, and I'm going to twist to the opposite side. So if my knees are on the left, I'm twisting to the right. And release. And again, twist to the right. And release. And one more twist to the right. And release. Change position. Drop both knees to the right. And twist to your left. And release. We're doing 3. Twist to your left. And release. And again, twist to your left. And release. Good work. All right. So now I'm going to similarly change the position. So from over here, I'm going to take the leg slightly further back. So I have my left foot back and the right foot bent forwards. So I'll give you some time to get into that position. I'll show you again. So from here, we are taking both feet to the left. Okay. We're again going to turn over, twist to the right, and place both hands on the mat. So this is going to give you a really nice stretch in your upper body. If that is already challenging enough, you stay there. And if you want, we're going to do a press up onto this right side. And push. Again, working with the breathing, going down, bend those elbows. And push. And again, 3, and push, 4, and push, 1 more down, and push, and release. Oh, that's a really nice stretch in the upper body. We're changing the leg position, so from here, both feet goes to the right goes behind me, and the left is over here. I'm going to twist over to the left, both hands on the mat. You might choose to just hold and stay in this position. For the rest, we're going to do a mini press up. Bend those elbows as you go down towards the floor and push. 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. And that gives you a really nice, I can feel it stretch at the front of the hips over there. So I hope you enjoyed that. From that position, we're going to go on our side. So I'm going to go on my left elbow with the knees bent, feet on top of each other. You can choose to go completely flat, okay? And it's also fine. All right, so I'm going to hold in this position. And we're starting with the clam, opening and closing. 2, keep your hips level. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's make it a little bit more challenging. We're going to open and then lift those feet off. Feet together, lower. Open the knee, open the foot, feet together, lower. Open the knee, open the foot, feet together, lower. And repeat. 4, 5, and again, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do another set of 10. Choose, you can do this. Or we are going knee open, foot open, feet together, knee down. Okay? So you can choose your variation, whatever feels good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Okay, stretch that leg away, point the toes towards you, release. And again, stretch that leg away, point the toes towards you, release. Repeat, stretch that leg away, point, release. 4, 5. So imagine you're cycling, pedaling that foot up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, from that position, I'm going to stretch the top leg, that's my right leg, keep the left knee bent. So the knee at the bottom is bent, this one is stretched. Leaning on your elbows, just in case you're not leaning on your elbows yet, we're lifting the hips off the floor and lower. Lift the hips off the floor, 2, and lower. 3, 4, 5, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Feet together, making it a little bit harder. Top foot on the floor. So both feet are straight, top foot on the floor. Lifting the hips off the floor again. And lower. 2. So this is a little bit more challenging. 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good work. All right, turn over on to the other side, starting with the clamps. So remember, you can choose your position. So you're either on your elbow or completely flat, whatever you prefer. Make sure you start with your hips stacked on top of each other, feet together. We're starting with our usual clamp, opening up and down. A set of 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to give you another variation. Open the knee. Turn the foot up, feet together, close. Open the knee, turn the foot up, so there's a twist happening in the hip here. Feet together, close. 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do another set of 10. Choose your variation. You can do either the basic clamp that we've always done in class, or we're adding a little bit of a twist, whatever you feel like today. 4, 5. We're definitely working the hips today. 5, 4, last 3, 2, 1, and release. Stretch that leg away, pedal the foot, and return. Pedal the foot, stretch the leg away, and return. 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. release. I can definitely feel that burning. All right, from there, we're going to stretch the top leg, keep the knee bent. Make sure you're on your elbows if you're not yet. And we're lifting the hips off the floor. So really using our obliques, these muscles here at the side. You can use this hand for support if you really need it. And lower. Nice and slow, don't rush. Lift and lower. You shouldn't feel that you're putting too much weight on this hand. And most of your strength is coming from this area here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If that is already challenging, do another set of that. If you'd like a slightly bigger challenge, you're going to stretch both feet, top foot across like so. Lift the hips off the floor and lower. So choose your level, whatever works for you today. 3, 4, 5, and 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, turn over and forward kneeling. Let's stretch that glutes. So right foot across and stretch that left leg away. Hold that stretch. And change. So the left foot across, stretch the right leg away. Now we're really opening that right hip. Good, and release. All right, come in a sitting position. And we're going to stretch our hamstrings in front of us. And starting from this really nice high sitting position where you're sitting on your sitting bones, we're going to lean back a little bit. So using our abs to do that slight backwards curl, not too much, but feel that that's working. Lift both hands up and stretch. Breathe in and lean and stretch your hamstrings. And repeat. So starting from a nice sitting position, we're going to curl the spine back. Feel that those abs are working. Hold for a few seconds. Stretch both hands up. Breathe in and stretch. And let's repeat. So we're leaning back, curling our spine, backwards curl. Stretch our hands up and forward. And release. And again, let's repeat. Curling back and stretching forward. And one more. Curling back. Stretch both hands up and lean forward and stretch. Good. And release. Bend those knees. Okay, and now curl all the way back down. And again, stretch both hands above your head. So both hands are on the floor, knees bent. Breathing in to prepare. We're going to do a similar exercise. So as you breathe out, we're going to bring our hands shoulder level, lift the head off the floor, reach towards our knees, and then we're going to roll back and again take our hands behind our heads. So this is our starting position. Breathe in to prepare. As you breathe out, we're bringing the hands above our shoulders. Lift that head and shoulders off the floor. Breathe out. Look towards your knees. Stretch towards your knees. Hold a nice position and then curl back. And repeat. Breathing out. And lower. So this is really working your abs, of course, but also working those shoulder blades. So be aware of those shoulder blades peeling off the floor as you reach And then going back down on the floor as you curl back down. And repeat 4, 5, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reach. Good work. All right, bring your hands down by your sides. We're going to lift both legs into tabletop. Feet together, knees slightly apart. Keep an eye on your back, so you should be in what we call neutral spine. We're going to lift the head off the floor, and we're going to do small pumps with our hands as you breathe. And keep pumping up and down, shoulders and neck stay relaxed. Feel your abs working. And keep going. And a few more. And release. Head down, bring the knees towards your chest. And let's do that again. So knees in double tabletop, knees in line with your hip. Feet together, lift the head and shoulders off the floor, reach with your hands, and small pumps up and down. Very important that you don't hold your breath and you're still breathing. And release, head down, bring the knees towards your chest. And let's do one more. This is the 100 exercise, knees and feet together. Lift the head and shoulders off the floor, small pumps. And release, bring the knees towards your chest, give it a good stretch. Good. Feet down on the floor again. Place right foot on top of the left knee, bring the whole thigh towards you, stretch that glutes. And stretch the other side, so left foot on the right knee, bring the right leg towards you. And stretch. Good, and release. All right, from that position, turn over on your hands and knees. And from here, we're going to go into child's pose. As you breathe in, stretch your back. As you breathe out, bring the hips forward, drop them all the way down, cobra stretch. And repeat, work with your breathing. As you breathe in, you lean back. Breathe out, bring the hips forward, drop. And repeat. We're not holding the position, we're just changing position from one spine flexion into the spine extension. Two more. And one more. And release. Go back to center. So the knees are underneath our hips, wrists underneath our shoulders. Stretch the right foot back, followed by the left. So we're in the plank position. Hold it for 5. And then lean back, drop those heels down, lift those hips up into a downward dog. And again, we're holding for 5. Feel the stretch in your calf and hamstring. And again, back to plank. So shifting your weight forwards, shoulders on top of your wrist, hold for 5. And take the weight back, lift those hips up, drop the heels down, hold for 5. And lean forward again to the plank, strong shoulders, tummy in, don't lose your head. Head in line with the spine. And again, leaning back, downward dog, drop the heels down. Head and neck remains relaxed, no tension in the shoulders. And forward again into the plank. Let's hold for a little bit longer, 8 seconds if you can. And then lift the hips up, drop those heels down, stretch them as much as you can, lower them towards the floor. And last one, let's do 10 seconds in the plank. And stretch into downward dog. Good. Bend the knees and into child's pose position again. Good. And release. Well done. Hope this makes you feel better. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Let me know if you enjoyed it and if you did the workout. It's always nice to hear from you. And stay safe. Take care.